and we already have resources and procedures in place.
Lafayette Mayor President Josh Guillory.
What we can share about these cases, despite how these matters have been handled in New Orleans and other places. We can tell you that these positive cases have been notified, they are under quarantine, and these patients are not currently inpatient in one of our local hospitals. This development in the COVID-19 public health emergency means that our screening process, in which citizens call 311 and are connected with a healthcare professional to determine whether they should be tested, is more important now than ever. Our screening site at the Cajun Dome will be open again tomorrow to serve those who are medically qualified for testing. This step is critical to ensuring that we are testing only those who should be tested, and we are not creating unnecessary traffic at our screening site. I want to thank Our Lady of Lourdes and Lafayette General Medical Center for their commitment to these public health protocols that we have developed together. I'm especially thankful that these two hospitals have committed to provide the necessary personnel and supplies, such as testing kits, at our screening sites in the parish. Their foresight and collaboration means that our local healthcare facilities will be able to focus their time, energy, and resources on those who need them, so that they won't be inundated with people who don't really need to be there. This is a moment we all knew would arrive. We have prepared, we have planned, we have put personnel and resources in place, and we have strong lines of communication with state and national leaders. In a situation like this, we can always do more, but we have gotten great guidance from our medical professionals, and we are ready. I want to urge our citizens to keep doing what you are already doing. Wash your hands, get the facts, practice social distancing. If you or your children are sick, stay home and contact your medical provider. We will continue to make sure you are informed in a timely manner as the situation develops. But please know, we will get through this. We are Lafayette. That being said, I will turn the mic over to Dr. Tina Stefanski to make some remarks and answer your medical questions. Thank you.
So good evening, and my remarks will be very brief. I just want to say that nothing has changed tonight. As the Mayor President, very clearly said, we expected these positive results. We have hundreds of outstanding tests pending throughout Acadiana. So I want the residents of Acadiana to know that we very well expect additional cases throughout this region. And now is the time for individuals to really understand and heed the guidance of local, state, and health officials, that it's the only way that we're going to control and prevent the further spread of this virus in our community and protect those most vulnerable among us is to take this seriously, understand that we all have a personal responsibility in limiting this spread, and that means avoiding crowded situations, again, heeding these executive orders and local orders. And all of this is to protect, again, those most vulnerable. We see young, healthy individuals who feel that they're invincible and that these measures are not important for them. But it is critically important for people to realize that their actions will impact the health of residents throughout this region. So we want people to take these matters seriously. Again, limit your contact and your interactions with crowds of people. Stay home when you can. And if you are sick, and especially if you have a chronic underlying health condition or are older, seek testing either through the site at the Cajun Dome after calling 311, or in all of your parishes. Your parish officials are working with hospitals, local clinicians to again ensure that this testing is available through those offices. So call your healthcare provider. But again, we urge individuals to take the social distancing measures, seriously. Because we really we need to realize that if we don't take those measures seriously and act now, then in a couple of weeks we could really see a very serious situation in this region that could very quickly overwhelm our healthcare system. So thank you.
We also have with us tonight our Attorney General. I'll also hand the mic to Attorney General Jeff Landry.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate Josh, I got a call on my way back in from Baton Rouge today. This is the second time we've been in front of cameras and giving this information out. What you see today is all of your leaders in Acadiana, because Acadiana is my home as well, standing shoulder to shoulder, trying to ensure that this epidemic does not spread. Again, it is imperative that people out there heed the instructions of their local, state, and national leaders. Social distancing is a must. And if you are sick, if you have symptoms, please stay home. If you're healthy and you work inside of a supply chain and your businesses or your manufacturing centers are open, we would encourage you to go to work. But as you go to work, ensure yourself that you wash your hands, clean up after yourself. Ensure that you're taking extreme care in your personal hygiene. All of these things will help to flatten the curve out. As I said earlier today, when I stood by the governor, and he is putting out executive orders, it is out of his concern for the safety of our citizens that we're asking people to be vigilant. Don't panic, but be vigilant. And I think that's an important part. I think one of the statements that the governor made today was paramount, in that he said, look, do your shopping, but do your grocery shopping on a weekly basis. Don't go in and shop for a month, right? We want to make sure that there is going to be plenty of supplies here in Louisiana. But we want you to be vigilant. We want you to take care. We want you to use the social distancing when you can, and ensure that you take the precautionary measures when you're visiting others as well. Again, I want to thank the mayor president, the sheriff, and all of the local elected officials here in Lafayette. I also want to mention the fact that there is a 311 that is set up for those people in the Acadiana area that have medical concerns. You can dial 311. I think that's a partnership between LCG and the Schumacher Group. Again, what you're seeing is a collaborative effort between private partners and government agencies in order to ensure that public health is continued here in Acadiana. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Attorney General. Appreciate you. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Are these two cases from the early testing that happened last week that we were talking about?
Yeah, I will defer medical questions to Dr. Tina Stefanski.
So, as you can imagine, we will not release very detailed information in an effort not to reveal the identity of individuals, so I won't be able to answer that question.
Will you be able to answer where they're being treated right now?
These individuals are not currently in a hospital in Lafayette Parish.
These an indication of a community spread?
No.
So they got to travel? Or?
I won't go into any further detail. There is widespread community spread in New Orleans. We are not seeing that in Lafayette. We have 2 cases. There is no ongoing community spread in Lafayette Parish at this point. However, as we know, once we start to get these results back from the few hundred tests that are out there, that message may change.
What time did you all find out that we did have these 2 positive cases out of Lafayette Parish?
Probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago.